So how about those Timberwolves? How about Anthony Edwards? How about Julius Randle? How about Minnesota being up in the series 3-1, now going back home with an opportunity to put this entire thing to bed? Makes me want to howl, man. Ow! Anyway, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to a throwback, well, not really a throwback because it's new, but a story time video, which is something that I have had requested for years now because I haven't done it in so long. But this is something I used to do on my channel when I first started making content. That's play Madden, but today we're going to be playing NCAA, and I'm going to be telling you guys a story about the time me and my neighbor got in trouble with a pastor, like a church pastor. It's a story that I was talking about the other day with my friend, and then I thought about it. Have I ever told this on YouTube? And I looked as hard as I could. I really don't think I have. So, as always, we got a couple of plugs, and you guys already know it, but I gotta say it anyway, so don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel, Waggle, or Prize Picks. G Fuel or Waggle, you'll save a discount on any of their products, and by using it at sign up on Prize Picks, you're guaranteeing yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. But remember, always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, folks, so as we hop into the story and the game, I would just like to point out I haven't played this literally since probably November. So I'm gonna get destroyed because I'm playing online. I'm just gonna try and make it as entertaining as possible, I guess. Okay, so little introduction into the story. The time frame was the summer between 9th and 10th grade of high school. That would have put me at roughly 15 years old, and I was with my friend Zach and my friend Nick, well, his friend Nick, who was also my friend, who were 2 years above me, so they were gonna be seniors. So anyway, we were in the neighborhood one night, right? Just being kids, walking around the neighborhood, just kind of BSing about whatever. Then as the night began to get later, we decided that it would be fun to go and mess with some people. You know, ding dong ditch, or taking lawn ornaments and putting it on the front steps. You know, harmless stuff for the most part. So what we ended up doing is going to the other part of our neighborhood. There was like 2 additions to it. Oh, this is a fantastic fucking start. And we ended up hitting up a couple houses in the other neighborhood. Ding dong ditched a house here, ding dong ditched a house there, put a lawn ornament, I think, on a doorstep here. Then after being absolute terrorists, we decided, hey, we should probably get back home. It was around 11 o'clock, and also I think my mom was texting me saying, hey, wrap it up. Obviously, mom did not know what I was doing, and my dad was up north fishing at the time as well. Thankfully. So anyway, as we're walking back home, we get to this house where we happen to know the daughter and the son. Their father, by the way, also happened to be a pastor, so kind of a literal father. So as we're walking past their house, we're looking at each other like, hey, you know, we should probably hit this. Just right here, right in front of us. We don't want to just waste a golden opportunity like this, right? So we walk up to the door of this house. It was a big white house with like cobblestone on the outside, a nice porch on it, and this big long driveway that was kind of on a slope. And right as we're about to ring the doorbell, we happen to look down to the left, and sitting on like this bench was a bucket of chalk. Sure, you guys can tell where this is going. Anyway, we pick up the chalk and we start drawing, well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, dicks. That's it, it's plain as that. We start drawing penises all over their sidewalk, all over their driveway, and it was with orange and pink chalk, I can remember it. Now, the thing about these penises is these weren't bad looking penises. You know, I gotta be honest, we were artistic bastards. And another thing about these dicks is they were very large. We did not go small. You know, I'm talking 5-6 foot long shafts. Veins, hair, all the goods. Hey, touchdown! Bombing! Oh no. Damn it. Anyway, after drawing about 8 of these triumphant bastards, we decided, hey, we're good, seeing as there was hardly any room left the way it was. So we put the chalk back in the bucket. We were respectful enough to do that. We go up to the doorbell, and we didn't just ring it once. We rang this fucker like 15 times, just constant ding, 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 ding. Dude, I'm elite. What the fuck? I didn't know I was actually gonna be elite at this. But yeah, sitting there mashing this doorbell for like 5 seconds until we see the kitchen light turn on, because these guys were sleeping. To make matters worse, I believe this was a Saturday night, so they would have had church the next morning too. And also Zach, the guy I was with, his dad was also a pastor, making this entire thing fucked up. But once we saw the kitchen light turn on, we decided to run across the street and run down in the ditch, because there was a highway just right on the other side. And as we're peeking through the bushes, we obviously see the door open, and then the dad walks out, turns on the porch light, puts his hands on his hips, and just starts staring around him. So we're just in the bushes laughing, you know, there's no way he's actually gonna ever see us, right? I'm cooking this guy. So what does he do? He goes back inside, opens up the door, and lets out a dog. It took this thing like fucking 4 seconds to know exactly where we were, and this was no small dog, by the way. So this thing starts bolting at us, and what do? We take off across the highway. Thankfully, the dog didn't follow us, and thankfully it wasn't busy, but we cut across the highway. There was, 2 lanes on this highway, so both lanes, and now we are on the other side hiding behind some stoplights. So at that point, Nick starts stressing out. He calls his friend, and his friend just drives right to us, picks Nick up, and Nick dips. Nick, you'll never see this, but fuck you. So then it's just left to me and Zach, who Zach, by the way, was my next door neighbor. So after waiting about 10 minutes and my mom texting me asking where I am, we decide, hey, we're probably good, and we're just gonna walk right back. Is this guy actually an ex-set, by the way? As we're walking across the highway, Zach gets a call on his phone from the daughter. Her name was Bethany. Zach puts it on speaker, and it was her just going, where are you guys? So Zach tries to play it off like nothing. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm inside right now. And she goes, yeah, right. Where are you guys? And continuing to try and play it off, I'm not there, right? I'm just kind of staying silent. Zach's like, I seriously don't know what you're talking about. And then you hear her dad, I just got scorched, in the background say, I'm seriously gonna call the cops. So at that point, me and Zach are like, oh fuck. They obviously knew it was us because, I mean, we're idiots. If you didn't know, if you ever mess with someone's house, the first thing they're gonna do is assume it's one of their kids' friends, because 99% of the time it is. So me and Zach end up surrendering, and we have to walk back to Bethany's house. We go there, it's her dad, her mom, her brother, the dog, and I think they had like an aunt or an uncle staying over because there was another person there, I can't remember who exactly, standing in the driveway holding buckets and toothbrushes. So me and Zach walk up, immediately we're just like, we're sorry, man, we're sorry, you know it's us, we're cooked. He tells us to clean it up, hands us the buckets of water, a toothbrush, and we get down and we start cleaning off these penises. Holy shit, bombing. Okay, what I didn't realize was how long this was gonna take because, like, he said he wanted it off the driveway. He's like, I don't want to see any chalk. These were big drawings, man, and we had toothbrushes. So we're sitting there scrubbing. Time is ticking. Eventually, my mom's calling me. I go, hey, can I at least run up and tell my mom what's going on? And he goes, yeah, that's fine, but you better come back. I'm like, okay. So I run up. My mom's sitting in the garage waiting for me. And I'm like, hey, me and Zach got in some trouble tonight, and it's either we have to clean a bunch of chalk penises off of Blaine's driveway, or he's gonna call the police on us. And this was my mom's exact reaction. Really? And I went, yep. My mom goes, well, if I were you, I'd get down there and start cleaning them then. So back I went to Blaine's, and Blaine was actually nice enough then to have sponges out for us. I specifically remember him giving me a sponge saying, I don't want to be here all night. So as we're cleaning these things up, I remember he was also nice enough to go inside and give us bottles of water. It was so fucking hot outside, by the way. And then he also came out with Bibles. So as he hands us these Bibles, me and Zach kind of start laughing at each other, and I'm not meaning to mock religion. I was an immature kid. And as you can imagine, that really pissed Blaine off. So then he threatens to take the toothbrushes back out, we stop laughing, and then he starts reading us verses. Verses that Blaine said were going to change our lives. Maybe they did, I don't know. I can't really remember what they were because me and Zach were trying so hard not to laugh because he was getting really into this teaching, and we are literally cleaning up chalk dicks. Like, I mean, it just doesn't go together. So after getting this shit all cleaned up, hey! We apologize one more time. Blaine tells us to keep the Bibles and please read them and sends us home. It was about 12:30 at this time, if I'm not mistaken. We were there for a minute. And honestly, that essentially is the tale. But I wanted to share it because I know some of you guys like hearing about how big of a terrorist I used to be as a kid. As far as the rest of this game goes, I guess we're just gonna play this bitch out. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! This guy's talking. I wish I could hear what he's saying. Suppose we can talk about the playoff game last night. Dude, that was a great game. That third quarter, and holy hell did he pop off. Ooh, how about Jason Tatum too? That was bad. Bitch. Looked like he tore his Achilles though. I didn't see his calf pop or anything, but the dude went down just like an Achilles tear, and I saw his reaction backstage, and I mean, I don't like Jason Tatum, but I felt bad. I hate seeing that. That's when you get to see the very human side of athletes, and you understand that they really are just like you. And you also get to see how much they love what they do, and it's just, it sucks to see it taken away from them, whether you like them or not. That also probably salts that series away too. The Knicks are probably gonna kill him next game. Pretty sure Tatum had like 40 points, did he not? And that is going to be all for today's video, everybody. For those wondering, yes, I was grounded for my stunt there. Can't remember what the grounding was, because I know I played Modern Warfare 2 right after that night for like 4 hours. But Wyatt did the time. As always, though, I hope you guys had fun with this video. If you want to show support, you know I appreciate it. And in the meantime, I'm going to get this edited so you can watch it on time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you in the next video.